Don't know the reason. Stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How it got here, I haven't a clue. Wait a second, how it got here, I haven't a clue? Okay, that's where I respectfully disagree with parrot-head patriarch Jimmy Buffett. Because I not only have a clue, but I damn well know how I got here. To Mexico City, that is. Thinking?
I think you promised me lamb.
Inking.
It's better than her saying oops.
And drinking.
Salud.
My way around a magical city inside a magical country where proud Mexicans live to celebrate and celebrate to live.
Born to Run? Did you learn Born to Run? Jungle Land. Anything from the Nebraska album. I got to find a mariachi band that plays Springsteen. It must exist.
It'd been a full year since the pandemic sent Los Angeles into lockdown. Businesses and schools were shut down overnight. Toilet paper became a hotter commodity than Bitcoin. And some of us lined up around the corner to buy guns. Even in the land of Hollywood, he can't make this up. Now, I'm drained. Emptier than a confessional booth at a whorehouse. I need a man venture. I need to embrace the suck of this whole past year. But where does one find such a place so perfectly suited for me to think, ink, and drink my way back to pre-pandemic bliss? Ah, Mexico. I have returned, mis amigos. If I had to pick only one happy place, a place where any quick memory can instantly transport me from whatever daily grind I may find myself in to warm and happy all over, for me, that place is Mexico. And by any reasonable standard, I am surely the definition of gringo. All of my Mexican trips have been to Gringo Island, Cabo, Cancun, Acapulco, Puerto Vallarta, and endless college spring breaks, few of which I can even remember, in Mazatlan. Well, yeah, this sums it up. But that was then. Now I'm a grown-up.
Ancient people used to think.
Wait, skulls.
Sort of. I'm ready to truly appreciate Mexico City, the capital, a city bursting with endless culture, music, art, food, drink. Ah, the drink. Tequila in Mexico City flows happily and fast, unlike the traffic. More on the traffic later. But first, I needed some new ink. So my very first stop is to see my friend Yatzil. An incredible tattoo artist known for her unique blurred vision tattoos. You don't just walk into Yatzil's tattoo studio, you climb.
Whoa. This is the only way up?
Yeah.
This like I got this Stairmaster here. I gotta work. And then she designs on her rooftop, which is this epic creative space, outdoor space. But you have to go up more stairs. So I'm like, you know, I'm trying to like think through like, am I gonna have to pee? Because the bathroom's like downstairs. I'm gonna have to climb down again. So now I'm like, all right, I'm trying to figure out how to go do a tattoo without like, you know, breaking my neck and killing myself. I wanted to do something that had a Mexican look and theme to it. So Yatzil was mocking it up for us and did a few rounds of design. And it was really cool because I've never sat with a tattoo artist before who actually sat with me side by side and would like do it in front of me. Most tattoo artists, if not all of them that I'm aware of outside of Yatzil, will talk to you, do a kind of very loose sketch, and they'll go to their space, take their time, and design. And they'll come back whenever, a half hour, an hour later, and they'll show you the design, and you look at it together, and then you can make some adjustments, and they'll go adjust it, and they'll come back. But Yatzil just sat with me and took out her iPad and would walk through it in real time, and I'm like watching it come together, and she's like asking my opinion, do you like this, do you like that? But you think it'll be the best tattoo you ever did?
Yeah.
My humor barely works in America, not even close when we travel. I kept waiting for her to say, you know, all right, now I'm gonna go do this and I'll be back, but she you know, put the whole thing together. And we played with a few different, you know, sizes and shapes and whether or not to include the cross on top and how that would look. And it was really cool, like watching her work. Like I could see her brain like just going like, when she'd like erase on the iPad, she'd add more and you can tell as she was thinking. She'd look over at me and then she'd kind of go back and do more. And it was, you know, obviously a tattoo is meant to be a custom special piece. You're gonna have it forever. But it really was. It was like she was customizing it for me right there. You hear that needle go on and you're like, all right, rock and roll. I always wanted a skull tattoo. And one of the reasons I didn't in the past is because a lot of skulls, you know, can be scary. And I have small kids and I never wanted to have a tattoo that my kids would ever be scared. You know, my kids touch my tattoos, they trace them, they ask me about them, they know the ones where their names are on my body. So the Mexican skull is really different than what we would typically see in America. The Mexican skull is really like a celebration of life, a celebration of death, and really everything in between. And it has more of a festive style to it. If you look at the movie Coco, which my kids watched about 50,000 times, a lot of the main characters are skull-based, but they have personalities and humor. So it kind of became this bridge of my own personal love of Mexico over all these years and the Mexican culture, the design of the skull, which I always liked, and being able to do it in a way where I wasn't gonna, you know, freak my kids out.
The best part.
The best part?
Yeah. Okay.
That is so cool. I love it. You happy?
Yeah.
Good.
You did awesome, dude.
Chin chin. Salud.
Viva la Mexico. The new friends and permanent tattoos and art and thinking, and even a little bit of drinking.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, so Yatzil's tattoo studio is in a little town called Roma, here in Mexico City. And Roma has that, you know, just wander around and, you know, people watch, get something to eat, get something to drink, a lot of cool coffee shops, a place to kind of walk around and not have an agenda and just go down one street, go up the other street and just feel it, smell it, hear it.
I moved here because Mexico City have a lot of places, and I love the food and the persons and opportunities in this city. I learned a lot in my time here. I love this city. I want to show you more.
And where does an artist like Yatzil find her creative inspiration? By studying movement, shading, and muscle contouring from some of the greatest sculptures and oil paintings by renowned artists like Degas, Picasso, and Dali.
For me, my life coming to Mexico has always been about the tequila. As basic as that may sound, but Yatzil and I spent some time at the Tequila Museum, and there are so many different types of tequilas, and especially in Mexico, tequilas that you won't find anywhere else, that we don't have in the United States. And the thing that I always like about tequila specifically is tequila is great for sitting around with friends and telling stories and sharing experiences.
Cheers.
Get in.
Cheers. Cheers.
Everybody in. All here, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Each tequila itself has its own story. They're so interesting. And learning about them here and drinking them and drinking them and drinking them. It's less about drinking and more about experiencing.
What is this area called?
Garibaldi, Plaza Garibaldi.
Garibaldi Plaza. When we were in the Tequila Museum, it was talking about how mariachi and tequila are so entwined. Mexican culture celebrates. Like you celebrate life, you celebrate death.
It's the culture of Mexico,
And it all ties together.
Yeah.
The music, the food, the art, the culture.
Yeah.
Everything is celebrating life, celebrating death.
One Mexican, make a one Mexican.
Gracias.
My Spanish, despite all of the years of high school, is, más o menos, un poquito, así.
Please, por favor. Gracias.
That's about the extent of it. I have what you would call spring break Spanish, where from back in the college days, you learned enough just to order enough beers and try to stay out of jail.
Uno más, amigo, por favor. Gracias.
So Nestor is our driver, our all-around good guy on the ground here, and definitely helps having a really reliable, trusted, fluent person, to take you around.
You're gonna see in our main plaza that we are very proud of who we are.
And proud they are. I've always admired the heart and solidarity of the Mexican people, but to witness it in person, that's something entirely different. Without fail, every day, twice a day, they all stop to pay respect for the raising and lowering of the Mexican flag in the main plaza in Centro Historico.
Everything here in Mexico City, you hear it, you feel it, you smell it, you taste it. And there are so many things that I've eaten in Mexico City that I would never order back home. And it's very different. Food is different here because everything is so alive.
Just down the road from the Federal Building was the Mercado de San Juan, where, let's just say, anything and everything goes for cuisine. And I mean anything.
This is some good ants right here.
A little.
Yep.
And Very crunchy.
It wasn't terrible, you know. We ate grasshoppers and ants, and those were actually pretty tasty.
To add the texture.
You know, in a market filled with vegetables, fruits, coffee, never thought ants would be the safest thing I would eat at the Mercado.
So apparently the mezcal they're going to bring out is soaking in a snake. So it's going to be, so we can do mezcal soaking in a scorpion, soaking in a snake, or something else. At this point, it's all pretty up. All right, bon appetit. We're about to have some very special, authentic Mexico City worms with our mezcal, but I think there's something unique about the mezcal as well. We'll see when it comes in a minute. So this was a full rattlesnake 5 months ago, and this is a question I ask everyone, so don't take it personal. When you put your mezcal with rattlesnake, do you remove the poison from the rattlesnake? Just a normal question I ask everyone.
You will love it. Is it spicy?
Good.
A little bit spicy.
But good.
I need more spicy.
Love it. Oh man, I love Anthony Bourdain. Got rest his soul, but he's a not doing this for a living. This is why we focus on the tequila and the tattoos.
You know, when your palate and stomach are being really tested to the max, it's really nice to have an old friend like tequila around just to help kill the poison.
I can't say that I crave tarantula tacos. Yeah, that was a bit of a leap.
Gracias, igualmente.
Dios te bendiga.
Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
God bless you, brother.
So after the Mercado, we wanted to take it down and have a little simpler fare. So, this little piggy went to market, and this little piggy foot went right into my tummy.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Here, piggy. That's all, folks.
In Mexico City, food isn't just something you consume. It's something you live. Each dish is made with heart and soul and spirit and love and purpose. And you can taste it. You can feel it with each bite of every dish.
Chapultapec. Chapultapec, Chapultapec, Chapultapec. One of the things that's cool is when you get to say something like Chapultapec.
Now we're in Chapultapec, right? Did I say that right?
Yes, we're in Chapultapec.
I was practicing that, Chapultapec. See
Yeah,
that?
it's probably a hard word for you, right?
No, it like rolls off my tongue.
Vanda was tattooing me in Chapultapec. It's not where she lives. She lives about an hour outside of Chapultapec and has 30 plus animals and pigs and dogs and cats. And she was on a very popular reality TV show here in Mexico for a few years. But when that reality TV show ended, became an incredible tattoo artist herself, has quite a following.
I'm starting to think that every tattoo place in Mexico City is stairs and climbing to get there. I think it's so people can't escape in the middle if they want.
Yes.
Tell me, like, how do you want to start walking me through? What's your process? I want to stay in your process.
Well, I wanna draw again all the letters.
Okay.
We have a style. We call it like cholo. I think I'm doing them like cholo, but I want to ask you if you like it or should I change it? Because I like the style you chose.
It's a biblical reference from Matthew, which translates in English of the last shall be first and the first shall be last.
Okay, beautiful. I love it.
So it's a reminder to myself. I can't say I'm always good at following it, but I try to remind myself of things I should be doing and want to be doing to be a better person. So a lot of my tattoos are therapy. They're my own reminders, like my own little Post-it stamps all over me.
That is beautiful. Yeah, I think the same way. I think we're in the same channel.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be amazing, that tattoo.
To be totally honest, there's so many versions in English, and if you really want to know, I took it from a Bruce Springsteen song and copied his exact lyrics, which were very hard to find in the Bible.
How many shots have you?
I mean, I don't really do a shot, I sip on it, but I mean, I think, yesterday I had 3 or 4 tequilas total. It wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not like excessive, but I do enjoy tequila. So a little bit that way and a little bit lower?
Yes, just like by one eighth of the face.
Like a little bit that way and a little bit lower, right? You agree?
Okay, yeah.
Placement just takes a few minutes each time, it's not bad.
We still may flip it if that's okay. We like that placement, but
Okay, so we paste it again. Don't move, please. Yeah, let me make an adjustment.
I don't know how I stand anymore.
The only word I see like
All right, so change that one word and then we go. It's hard for me because I'm looking at, like, I'm blurry at this point, so
I think it should just be up that way more.
it's never going to be completely, like, even. Like, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but you have to.
Point gun, all itty bitty parts.
it looks good.
It does. But like this bottom row, if it were to go here.
Normal people get tired of doing this over and over again, but we don't. But now
That's really
it's not enough.
Yeah, so the ink faded from the thing, but.
Okay, I missed this other word, but can you see if it's straight?
Shouldn't it just be like here? Like, I feel like the los comes in at the bend versus being like that way.
I think we're going to adjust until we adjust, and I'm going to move. I mean, because I'm not standing in the same spot. I just don't think we're going to get anything. Like, that's the.
100%.
It takes time, and it's not an exact process. And man, I was getting burned out. We were like 7, 8, 9. We may have done 10 times of redoing the stencil where she had to keep redoing it. And she was so cool, so positive. She wanted to make it perfect. Like, she was more into making sure it was perfect than I was. By the 9th or 10th time, I really didn't give a if like she stenciled it on my forehead. I'd have been like, go, let's just start this thing. What's your favorite thing about tattooing itself? Is it doing something that's permanent on people, or the art? Like, why do you tattoo?
It's the perfection of doing it at the first time. Like, you don't have a second chance to do it. It's not like drawing. You can do it a bunch of times and make mistakes all the time. But this, I only have like one chance, just one chance. It's a unique moment to prove myself I can do perfect lines, I can do art, and it's gonna look amazing. But I do it with all my love, like seriously. I'm doing it with all my love because I want it to be so beautiful. So I make this connection with my clients because I'm putting my feelings in their skin. So that's why it's so special for me.
It's a very sweet way to look at it. You're
your feelings and your heart and soul in someone's skin forever.
When you speak to her and you spend time with her, you really can tell that there's someone who has a beautiful heart but has been broken in a lot of different ways. And she talks about that. She's very open about her struggles with mental health. And what's been beautiful about that is she's had a lot of people reach out to her directly and say, you know, I struggle from depression. I have these mental health challenges that I'm working on, and I'm more comfortable speaking about it because you were more comfortable speaking about it. You were open about it.
It's very hard for me to find something that makes me happy. And all these years, it's been hard because I have depression. The people I am around, they don't think it's important. So all my life, it's been very confusing because I'm alone and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm feeling like I want to die. This is not normal. So I go to the psychologist and find out that I have depression. And once I get my medication and it's working well, I'm like, oh my God, is this how am I supposed to feel all the time? And my psychiatrist said, yes, this is how you're supposed to be normally. So to me, achieving this profession, making one tattoo at a time well done, for me, is the only thing that can make me happy right now.
You happy? I like looking at you, like how happy you look, because that makes me feel like it's great.
Oh, she makes her.
You're a very sweet lady. You really are. Like I feel like your heart and your soul, like in this piece, is very special to me.
I know there is more people in worse situations, and that's why I keep telling like my story. So I can help like many girls like me. Yeah, because sometimes you don't know what is happening to you and you need to know what you're feeling. Maybe it's normal, maybe not, but there's a start that you know where to go. If anyone can take my experience and start from there, maybe won't make the same mistakes I did.
I mean, you kept putting in so much detail and making sure you got it just right. Thank you so much. It means, I love it. I love the meaning. I love the white that you added. I love the date. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She really took a simple idea and she made it her own and added her own artistic vision to it. And that's why you go to an artist.
I love a lot of things about Mexico City. One thing I don't love is the traffic. Love traffic. More traffic. Mucho tráfico.
Traffic? Traffic here? Whether you're stuck in gridlock traffic or walking the streets, a welcome distraction is the inspiring street art that paints the city and tells the stories of so many of its artists.
All right, me and you, Nestor.
Okay, let's go to try
baby.
some tamales.
Tamales. I like the view.
Yeah.
I like the view from this place. I think we should get one of each because I have some friends with me in the crew that are going to be very mad at me if I don't get them some food. Now, they wouldn't eat tarantula with me yesterday, but I think they'll have some tamales. So can we do one of each?
But
look at that. You see like the steam coming off.
Yeah,
that's fresh.
Yes.
If I said I was sharing with my crew, I didn't mean that.
No?
I did not mean that. That was a mistake. Oh my God.
Is it tasty?
Can we come back here for dinner?
Yeah, of course.
This place is like the best restaurant I've ever been. And you can even get a newspaper.
Yeah, also.
We found the best restaurant in all of Mexico. You're 5-star Michelin chef. 5-star Michelin chef you are. My crew has been so good watching me stuff my face. So, well, not this one. This one's in the crew too, apparently, but they've been filming. I gotta feed them. So let me have like 5 or 6 more different ones and do a torta, please, and like 5 or 6 more different tamales so everybody can taste some, okay? How is she eating again? You even cooked the camera guys torta?
Shared with me.
How are you? What do you do besides eat? How did she get on the crew? I got like.
I didn't try that one.
I don't think I've ever seen Cam this happy over food. Have you ever seen him this? Like I've seen him happy over cameras and lenses and lights. I've never seen him smile like this about food. Everything in Mexico City is a celebration. You know, we went out to the Xochimilco, which are like these floating canals, and people make their own boats, the boat owners. Look how cool they are. They're all painted and have different names, and there's like 100 boats here.
Yeah. So it's a traffic jam, but with trajineras.
More traffic.
Yeah, more traffic.
What is with Mexico City and traffic, man? Have you guys not heard we have a pandemic going on?
Yeah, I know. And when you're here, you gather with some friends, you buy some beer, and you get to the trajineras to celebrate.
You know, it's funny, I grew up on the water and I just was always on the ocean, but this is surreal. You know, this is so calm, it's so tranquil and so peaceful. I've had thousands of tacos in my life. Who hasn't, you know? And we have good Mexican food in LA.
But I have never had tacos like I had in Mexico City. We actually did a taco tour with a guy who goes by the name, get this, Taco Mensch. He's a guy from Israel who lives here in Mexico City now. So, you know, of course, if you're going to learn about tacos in Mexico City, you know, you find a Jewish dude from Israel. Who knew?
So now you just have a fan, you're a big fan of tacos? You're a fan of Mexico? Like, how'd you get into it?
It's a bit complicated. So I was born in Mexico, but I never lived here.
Okay.
I've been living here only for the past 4 years. The end of the month will be 4 years. But
and you were in Israel before that?
I was in Israel before, but I grew up in Venezuela.
Okay.
And my mom is Brazilian, so I spent a lot of my childhood in Brazil as well.
Okay.
And I'm an ex-restaurateur, and I got tired of restaurants, so I started doing this. And
I'm a fan of tacos. So I'm a fan of Mexico.
Sharing the love.
So let's have some taco love.
Vámonos, let's do it.
All right, man.
You're in the OG place, man. Please, let me show you how it's done. So, first of all, a taco without a salsa is not a taco. If it's not spicy, it has no flavor. Si no pica, no sabe.
Now define spicy.
So again, Mexican food is not spicy. It's not like Thai or Indian cuisine where it's like hot, you know? Spicy is always added on in a form of salsa. Just give it a bite. This is my break it or make it moment.
Oh my God.
It's good?
That's insane.
It's delicious, I know, man. I know.
All right, so we're heading towards our tacos.
Yes, this is
The famous pork taco that you've been talking about.
yes. So this is cochinita pibil, some of the best in Mexico City. Pibil, pib, in Mayan means pit.
Drum roll.
Go for it, man.
Oh. Yeah. This is incredible. Thank you.
It's funny, but even when the taco man said it's not a taco if you don't have salsa on it, but it makes you take your salsa more seriously. I do not think I have been putting enough emphasis on my salsa. I have been disrespecting the salsa in the course of my life, and it's something that I'm gonna change. I'm committed. And then we had some lamb tacos that were like off the charts. I mean, the owner of the restaurant is just such a proud, amazing guy. He was on Top Chef Mexico. He owns his own farm where he raises the lambs. He slow cooks them in his own pit for about 16 hours, literally. Brings the lamb 4-hour drive away from his farm to Mexico City, where he only opens and serves it on weekends. That's it.
Worms. Yeah. That doesn't look like lamb. That looks like worms. You said lamb tacos. All right.
What do you think?
I think you promised me lamb.
Salud.
Oh, salud.
It's just one of those things that, I mean, a taco is not just a taco.
Once again, Mexico has been that special escape for me, especially at a time when I needed her most. The first place in a long time that welcomed me with open arms and genuine smiles that even pandemic hardships and masks couldn't hide. That's because Mexico City doesn't just throw a celebration. Mexico City is a celebration. A living, breathing celebration of their proud history, inspiring art, mouth-watering food and drink, and a passion to honor the dead by celebrating the present. Adios and vaya con Dios, going home now to stay. The senoritas don't caro when there's no dinero. Yeah, I got no money to stay. So rolling back to LA, yeah, the bank account is lighter, but my soul feels recharged from this week. Plus, I have 2 new permanent reminders of the good times that will always be with me. And I'm already counting the days till my next chance to return. Until then, vaya con Dios, amigos, y Dios te bendiga siempre.